Hello and welcome to Punk Science TV. I'm Dr. Manjir, and gosh, I've had a lot of tech issues today, so I'm really hoping we can get through the whole episode today without some mishap. But anyway, we are live, so we'll just see what happens. So, this time we're talking about mystery neutrinos, Antarctica, and parallel dimensions. And you might have seen a story that went viral just recently that scientists had found evidence of a parallel dimension in which time travels backwards. So, this is what we're going to be talking about today on Punk Science TV. So NASA has an instrument which is a high altitude helium balloon fitted with radio antennas, and it's out in Antarctica. And this is a picture of it just before it goes up. So it's called ANITA, and it's designed to pick up the signature of the interaction of cosmic rays coming to Earth with the Earth itself. But something very strange happened in that by 2016 they'd actually picked up two incidents of high energy cosmic rays, but instead of coming down from space, which is what they were expecting to find, they actually found that these cosmic rays were coming up from the Earth, so deep below the ice of Antarctica and up from Earth to space, so the other way round. So I'm not a physicist, but I'll try and explain what it is that I understand. So what they were looking at were things called neutrinos, particles called neutrinos, and there are types of neutrinos that interact with things quite weakly. So they are very difficult to detect, and they don't really interact with anything. So they're kind of ghostly, and they go through, they go their way without barely bumping into anything. But these were the types of neutrinos that they were detecting, and that they were so surprised by, that were actually high energy neutrinos. Now, these are actually different, and they have apparently a wider cross section, so they bump into things and they interact with things. So this is why they were so surprised, because according to physics that we know, it shouldn't be possible for these types of particles to come to the Earth from space and then go from the Earth out again, because these particles should have been stopped. And that's why people were so surprised by these beam of particles coming up from the ice. They were not expecting it. In fact, it's so radical that this is happening that people are talking about a new type of physics. And you might have heard of the standard model in particle physics, and they're actually saying this is going against the standard model of particle physics. So here we have our old friend. If you've been watching the show, you know I've been speaking about Neil Turok of the Perimeter Institute, who said to New Scientist that maybe there's a radical solution. And he said maybe these particles are actually not coming up from the Earth, but they're actually coming down from space, but we are seeing them going backwards in time. So that's where this kind of viral story came about from New Scientist. People picked up on it in the press, and it got out that scientists were saying they'd found evidence of particles which are from a parallel dimension in which time runs backwards. And it was an idea in theoretical physics that really some people now are saying should really be one of the last resorts before we've eliminated any other kind of ideas and explanations. But I actually think there's another explanation for this. And I've noticed that these types of particles, it's almost like they're coming out of some natural particle accelerators. But we have seen them before coming from space. And people have labelled these sort of objects that they're coming from blazars. So looks kind of familiar to us, doesn't it? So these are objects that are creating, including black holes, that are creating jets of particles that are almost at the speed of light. And the type of particle that was detected coming from Antarctica has also been detected, I think it was around 2017, coming from one of these blazars or from a black hole in a galaxy. So, you know, as we know from if you're watching this show at all, the black hole principle actually says that the same principle, the same at every single level of the universe, you get this light coming through the dimensions at the edge of the speed of light, perception horizon, splitting into antimatter and matter and combining into light, often in the form of gamma rays, and that's happening at every single level of the universe. So effectively, even the Earth as well is like a dynamic black hole, like a mini black hole dynamo, and it should do exactly the same as a larger black hole, except at a smaller scale. So the Earth itself, according to the black hole principle, we would expect the Earth to be giving out similar particles to the cosmic rays we see coming from space. So this is something to be expected according to the black hole principle. So you don't need to invoke any really wacky ideas, just that the same pattern is going at every single level of the universe. So that's why these particles are coming up from the Earth and not down. And I actually did a video on neutrinos coming out of the Earth a few years ago, in fact. So once you know the black hole principle, things become a lot more simple. So hopefully that's the problem solved. Just need to fill in a few of the gaps. And if you've enjoyed this episode of Punk Science TV, and I think we might have got through it, then thank you very much for watching. And please follow and subscribe and get more of this sort of universe decoded, explaining the backstory behind some of the stories in the mainstream press about astrophysics and science, and what's really going on, how we can find a simpler explanation. So till next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye bye for now.